Hello everybody, happy Monday, and welcome into Quarantine Couples. So how this show works is I get two pairs of people from within the Sacramento Comedy Spot community, and they're going to answer questions against each other for points. Today I have two pairs of friends that are also fellow performers at the Comedy Spot together, and it's going to be super fun. What's going to happen is I am going to have one person from each pair stay on screen and answer a series of questions about the other person. Then I'm going to have that other person come back in from being away and answer the same set of questions. If each of them gives the same answer, they score a point. After repeating this with the other pair for the second round, the team with the most points wins. It's going to be super fun. And every show, each round, you in the audience gets a chance to pitch a question. So you can pitch something like, you know, who's taller? I don't know. who shops at the grocery store more? You're probably I've come up with too many questions. You'll probably do better than that. But you can go ahead at any time and put your questions in the comments. If it's really helpful, Brian has this cool new feature where he can search for words. So if you want to put question and then your dash or colon of choice, and then write in the question. That way Brian can search for it with his handy dandy new feature, and we'll find them even easier. So go ahead and put those in at any time. I will ask for them later on in the round when it is appropriate time. But now I'm going to introduce our pairs. The first pair we have today is Janay and Lauren. Please tell us about yourselves.
Hi.
Go ahead, Lauren.
In like over a year.
Okay.
Yes, we can say more. Lauren and I perform a lot together. We're in Rivet, our all women's improv group. And we've known each other a couple years, but we don't know each other very well outside of improv.
Okay, and our next pair we have tonight are Mel and Chris. Please tell us about yourselves.
We would like to be known as Team Silver Fox going forward.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, same boat for us, kind of. Mel and I have known each other for a decade, but I don't know her middle name. I don't know much about her. We are the friends that should know more, but don't, because we're usually just drinking or performing. At the same time.
Yeah.
We're just hoping for slightly better than chance on this one, I think.
Well, I mean, luckily I knew this going into the game, so hopefully some of the questions are a little bit easier than other episodes.
Can one of the big questions be, what's your favorite brand of cigarette? Because we both will nail that.
Well, if you want to pay off someone in the audience to put that in there, that's the easiest way to get it.
Oh no. He's like, crap, I don't remember what you smoked. Fine.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Lauren and Chris go off camera right now and ask questions first of Janay and Mel. And just Lauren and Chris, make sure you take your phones with you or other communication device, and we'll let you know when it's time to come back. Okay,
Should I hang up? No.
No.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask the two of you a series of questions, and you're going to write down your answer that you think your other partner would say, and you write it down and you'll show it and you'll say it out loud and hopefully tell us some fun tidbits, because this is going to be hilarious. Okay, so question number one. Between the two of you, who is the more social hugger? So if you're out socializing, who's more likely to be hugging people? Okay, Mel.
I'm known to be scary, hateful, and intimidating, and I don't like to be touched or to touch.
Hold on, I'm changing. I can still change my answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 'Cause
Are you gonna say Chris too?
Lauren.
All right.
Okay.
I love hugging, but I gotta warm up to you. So
Right.
Yeah,
selective hugger.
Chris doesn't care.
No.
I'm surprised
Very
half a
friendly to
sack.
everyone.
Yeah, I'm surprised half a sack didn't get COVID when this thing was popping off, because he's a hugger. I don't know if he's a hugger, but I think it's an overstatement.
Although I've known Mel to pick people up. Like she's picked me up in her arms, so I feel like that some kind of
Was she drunk?
affection. Just me, I guess.
I will always tolerate way more hugs than I like. But like if I initiate a hug with someone, you know you're special, because I don't like to do that very often. Okay. Question number 2. I'm hoping this is something people talk about with their random friends. If your pair could have one superpower, what would they choose?
So favorite brand of cigarette. Got it.
But you know what? If you don't get the answer right, at least you're learning things about each other today, which will just make your friendship stronger.
I'm gonna go with the obvious before Mel can. Flying. Who doesn't want that one?
I was gonna say invisibility, but he's too pretty.
This is
He
true.
would never want to be invisible.
I thought you were going to say something like, I don't know, something gross that Chris would say.
Although Lauren's a long distance runner, so maybe she would want super speed.
Oh.
She could run 200 miles or something. But.
You should change it.
Chris's
No.
already has the superpower of on-demand orgasms. He doesn't need that.
Gross.
Okay. So question number 3 of the round is our multiple choice question. So I'm going to read these options a couple times so that you understand what all of them are. So which of the following types of celebrity would your pair most likely want to be best friends with? Would they want to be best friends with A, sports player, B, a musician, C, an actor, or D, a social activist? So again, which type of celebrity would your pair most likely want to be best friends with? Would it be A, a sports player, B, a musician, C, an actor, or D, a social activist?
Should I do more things to encourage you during the show? Because I sit in this corner.
Positive affirmation.
And I feel like I should be like,
Doing a good job.
oh wait, other side. Do you need more from me over here?
I feel like you do a great job, but if you want to be more involved, I don't want to dissuade you from it.
No. I want you to do your thing. I just feel like I need to help you. Just let me know if there's anything I can get you.
Okay.
Your server today is Brian. Just let me know.
What's the
Frank
fish?
chips.
Yeah, anything?
Yeah. I now want to see just snacks coming into Dana Square all the time.
I gotta put it on. I'll go.
Yes.
Fly it in. Oh, Mel has an answer. She's
Okay.
like, stop messing around, Brian. I have an answer.
I think Chris, even though he's one of the funniest people I know and an amazing actor, his not secret dream is to be in a band and be a musician and to be able to network and hang out with cool musicians. I think would blow his brain.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He has a beautiful voice. See, I don't know anything about him because I'm always staring into his blue eyes, listening to his beautiful voice, looking into his silver fox hair.
All right, I'm gonna get this wrong. Good. Lauren is an amazing athlete, and I thought maybe she might have a long distance running hero. But she loves music, so I'm gonna get it wrong.
Okay. See, I almost put like specific celebrities, and I was like, I don't know if they would know half these people.
Yeah.
And I don't know a sports person that's not LeBron James. Okay, so our last question of the round is going to come from the audience. So Brian's going to go ahead and read some of the questions they came up with. If you are in the audience and you still want to get a question in, go ahead and put question and then type out your question.
You know, what's really cool too is some people didn't put question before their question, so I just looked up a question mark, and I think I might have gotten both sides of the coin there. So,
Nice.
But it would be easier if you just put question in there. Okay, it doesn't matter. I can find you no matter what is what I'm saying. Here are a couple of questions. Janay, Mel, don't worry about what I'm saying. Dana picks the questions. I'm just here to read them. Which Mario character is your friend more like? So that one is Mel's favorite. Mario, Wario, Princess Peach, or Yoshi. What appetizer would your partner choose? Who's more athletic? Let's see. Sorry, I had to do an adjustment. Now it's fixed. Who spends more time on their hair? What is their least favorite brand of cigarettes? Who would be the least likely to bail the other out of jail? This is fun too. What is the person's greatest passion other than comedy? What made up silly crime is your partner likely to do time for? That's it. Who is the loudest at parties? Who is more likely to keep a secret? Not Mel.
Don't ask that one. That one's a no.
That one's a no.
Uh-oh.
It'll bring up some past trauma.
Oh yeah. Don't bring that one up. She knows Chris enough to know that you should not ask that question.
Oh no. So
Let's just say I know what he'd say because he's still probably mad at me.
That's another story for another day.
Oh no, there was one I wanted to write down that I forgot that I missed because.
There's so many here. Everyone did a really good job.
Yeah.
What would Yelpers say about your partner's love life? Which is your friend's favorite meal? Breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner? Why does your partner do that thing they do? Fries or salad? Excuse me. What would your partner say Brian should be doing during the show? Trauma. Do we need counseling? That was just for Mel's comment earlier. Yeah, but we've gotten over it. It's fine, but I know
We worked
exactly.
through it.
Yeah.
Well, I will know not to tell Mel any of my secrets.
No, it's okay. We only lost one friend from it, so it should be fine.
And hopefully nobody tells you
I'm
secrets about
usually
me.
amazing.
Yeah. No, that's not true either. Don't. She's lying.
Well, I don't want to pick the ones that are traumatizing, and I don't want to pick the ones that are super obvious.
Yeah.
Let's go with which of the two of you is least likely to bail the other one out of jail? Get something completely wacky and out of the box.
Least likely, correct?
Yes, least likely. Do you have an answer, Mel?
Oh, yes, I do.
Want to show it to us?
I work in law enforcement. I'm an ex-cop. If you get arrested, you're going to have a valuable life lesson by sitting in jail.
Wow. Okay, so I
Whereas
learned
Chris
something.
would help anybody.
Yeah, I learned something. Don't call Mel if I get arrested.
There's a reason you're there. You need to sit and think about what you've done.
Wow.
Now you need to call a lawyer and don't say anything.
Yeah. That's the smarter.
Also good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, Janay.
I, like Mel, I'm super judgy. So I would say me. And Lauren might give the opposite answer, but she's got a huge heart for like sweet cats that need to be.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
I got worried because my husband said it went quiet, so I was like, uh-oh.
I'll text you. I'll text you.
Let's go away. Okay, bye.
Awkward.
That's so funny.
So anyway, Lauren has a bigger heart than I do.
Okay, that was
Alright.
the end of the round. And now we can bring them back.
Bring them back. It's that easy. I can't wait to see what people are going to say. While we're waiting for people to re-enter the room, I just want to say that we have shows back on outside in our outside theater, which is pretty amazing. It's really pretty outside. The shows have been really fun. The stand-up show crushed it on Friday night. I heard it was just amazing. Kyrie dropped in for a guest set, and the performers that were there were all really great. I was at a wedding on Friday, so I didn't get to see it, but I had reports. It's been selling out every weekend, so do me a favor. If you'd like to join us outside, buy your tickets in advance. We sell by the table, 2 people per table. You get your cordless headsets, and so that means you get to hear everything that's going on, even when weird motorcycles drive by. So should be a good time. Buy your tickets. Okay, everyone's back.
Okay.
Oh, and Megan, Below Deck. For me.
That's weird.
No.
What are you referring to?
She asked which reality show I would want to go on Below Deck.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it.
Okay.
All right. Can't use that question. All right, perfect.
That's what I wrote.
No, cheaters.
Now this is not the time to get new questions. You're going to listen to the ones I already got.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened is Janay and Mel answered a series of questions that I have here. So I'm going to ask you the same question, and you'll tell us what you think, and then they'll show us what they got and see if we get a match for a point. So question number 1, between the two of you, who is the more social hugger? So if you're out being social, who's more likely to hug people?
I am going to say me.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the before times.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get intel on who to avoid when the world comes back because
Yeah.
I don't want hugs from like 99% of people.
Yeah. I'm
Janay,
not
what-
usually an initiator of hugs, but like I'm not gonna go back and shun a hug.
All right, well, you guys just picked up a point. You got it correct. Nicely
Yeah.
done. Boom.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna say me, but with consent. I don't just hug people.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Well, at least we can say that both teams got on the board. Yeah.
Dude, you're already doing better than half the couples that have ever been on the show.
That'll be the actual.
That's why I started with an easy question.
Oh, yeah. That is the easier one. Uh-oh.
Okay.
That didn't feel that easy. Mel, are you not a huggy person?
Yeah, I'm probably less social in general and kind of scary and hateful and angrier than you.
Well, yeah, that wasn't the question. I would have
I don't care to touch people any more than I care to hang out with them.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, my gosh.
COVID's really worked out for me.
Okay, so question number 2. If you could have one superpower, what superpower would you choose?
This is hard, and it's not multiple choice or anything.
Now, there always has to be one open-ended question in here.
I know what my answer is if I had to answer this truthfully for myself, but what would Mel say?
Well, Mel was
Just
supposed to
think
predict
about all
what you
the-
would say.
All the deep conversations we've had about it.
Ah!
I'm just gonna go with my answer. I have no idea what Mel's gonna say. Mine would be the power to like freeze time and like rewind time, time control.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
It just seemed like fun, and you're fun, and you'd want to do
I'm
something
afraid of
fun.
heights. You know?
Flying's fun. I said you wouldn't want to be invisible because you're too pretty.
Sweetheart. Mel has
told
the
them.
power to make me feel good.
I told them I didn't know anything about you because whenever you talk, I'm just thinking about your golden voice and your blue eyes and your sexy silver fox hair, and I don't listen.
That's a compliment. There's a piece of meat over here for Mel.
Just a
Stop it.
piece of meat.
You have to learn to multitask to be able to look guys in the eye and listen to the words that come out of their mouth.
I see.
Or so I've heard. Okay,
I'm
Lauren.
gonna say my superpower. What I would want it to be. I have no clue what Janay would say about me, but to like beam from one location to another.
That's good.
Oh, nice.
Janae and I are on
Mel.
the same page.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We're gonna fly away together.
What would yours be, Brian?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe fly. I'm pretty basic B when it comes to powers. Because I'd love to be able to soar above. Like I love that ride soaring at Disneyland, so I'd love to be able to like soar over mountains and stuff like that. So, by the way, Chris and Mel are not married, and Janay and Lauren are not married. They are just friends-ish that are going against each other tonight. They're like performer friends, so they haven't been on like vacations together, but they're close.
That
They
you
hang
know
out all
of.
the time, so they know a lot about each other.
Right?
Yeah.
I know that Mel is short for Melanie.
No.
No,
No, that's
not.
not
Oh,
right.
I know
it
that
is.
one.
I know.
It's so
Oh,
wrong.
Melissa.
But good try and thanks.
Good try and thanks.
If I had a superpower,
Oh yeah, what was
I would
yours?
want to read minds.
Read
I
minds?
feel like that's very
Oh,
on brand for me.
no. Everyone already tells me outright they hate me. I don't want to hear their inner thoughts on top of it.
You know, another good one would be like to be able to communicate with animals, like to be able to talk to them. That would be cool.
That would be fun.
But I'm all about the teleportation too, because I love going on vacation. I hate traveling to get to where I
Yeah.
want to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the flying is not the destination. Like I just want to get to the place.
Okay, so our last question of the round is our multiple choice question. So I'll read this through a couple times. So the question is, which of the following types of celebrity would you most likely want to be best friends with? So would you want to be best friends with A, a sports player, B, a musician, C, an actor, or D, a social activist? So again, which type of celebrity would you want to be best friends with? Is it A, a sports player, B, a musician, C, an actor, or D, a social activist?
I think Janay would probably have said sports person for me.
And what did you say, Janay?
I knew it was wrong, but it was a good pick still.
We got a point for it. You're good.
Nice. And Chris?
See, it's all about the
I feel
performance.
like Mel might say a singer for me because I do like to sing. But I also, if I could ever choose a celebrity best friend, it would be Jack Black, and he does both. So I'm going to say actor.
And Mel, what did you say?
Uh-oh.
He
He doesn't look
Chris,
happy.
I don't know anything about you, but I know you want to be in a boy band.
Yeah, but I don't want to be friends with them.
You can
Oh.
network to get in their band and meet their agent and their producer.
No, yeah, that was good. I should have said it. I really thought that's what you would have said, but I'm going truth. This is truth.
I feel like Mel's explanation was like the inverse of yours. Like, she said pretty much the same thing, but like swapped them. Yeah, so it's close.
Did you see Beck's what she wanted to be for her superpower to be? Mm-mm. Her husband and kids. She wants to know what her husband and kids want for dinner. And then Mignon was like, yes. Yeah. And then Beck was like, do they do the I don't know? It's not as much I don't know at my house as I want this and I want this, and then nobody wants what Mignon makes at the end. So, and by the way, I just take what I get, just so that you know. Whatever's there, I'm like perfect. Num num. Okay, that's it.
There's a
what you
wonderful
should do.
commercial that I like where the mom asks what they want for dinner, and one kid yells wafer cookies, which I just think is the best answer, and another little kid says, a bucket of chicken. And I just love it. I want wafer cookies for dinner.
That's gonna be my answer for everything, even if it's like, "What do you want to do tonight?" It'll be like, "A bucket of chicken."
It's so cute.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A bucket of chicken.
Okay, so our last question of the round comes from the audience. And our audience question is, between the two of you, who is least likely to bail the other one out of jail?
Well, I mean, Mel has more money than I do. So fiscally, she would be able to bail me out easier. But I also feel like she would be like, you fucked up, take your lumps. So I'm going to say that I would bail her out before she would bail me out.
So Mel would be the least likely to bail you out of jail. That's
Yes,
Okay.
whatever your question was. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's exactly
That's
what she
exactly
said.
true.
Oh, yeah. See?
You have to learn a valuable lesson and think about what you've done.
Now, I've never been to jail, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mel has been to jail. Because what I do know about Mel is that she did shoot somebody in the butt.
That was an
They had it coming.
Oh no! Get out of
I
town.
mean,
They were asking for it.
Well, then you got consent. There you go. I've been to a jail, but I was the legal person and not the criminal.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Lauren, between the two of you, who's least likely to bail the other one out of jail?
Oh, I said Janay would be less likely to bail me out because she needs to take care of her family, and you know, I would not be near the top of her bailout list.
I like that Lauren made it seem like I had a really good reason.
There's no real reason.
That's great. Oh, points. You get points.
Yeah.
All right. Boom, boom. 3-2.
Yeah, so despite the nerves at the beginning of the show, we got a really good game. Mel and Chris have 2 very solid points, and just 1 point ahead is Janay and Lauren with 3. Okay. So now we're gonna switch this up, and we're gonna have Janay and Mel leave the room and ask Lauren and Chris some questions.
Bye, kids.
Bye. I should have said singer. I really screwed up there. A musician.
Did you see Mel's look of disappointment when you didn't say musician. She was so
Yeah.
Yeah.
disappointed.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why she would never bail me out of jail. Just disappointed.
Not now. Maybe she would have before.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you these series of questions, and you'll go ahead and write down your answer and then show it to us and say it and tell us some gossip about your partners. I'm just kidding. So that way we can mash them up. So the first question of the round, between the two of you, who has the naughtier sense of humor? So whose sense of humor tends to skew to the naughtier side?
That's tough. I mean, Mel definitely. Here, I can talk out loud, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she definitely has a naughty sense of humor, but I think that I do it more often, more quantity and less quality. So I'll say me. I have a raunchier sense of humor.
Okay.
Fair.
And Lauren?
I think I'm gonna say Janay, only because I remember her story that she told about like being involved in like a threesome. That she, so just because there's been, I guess, more of an opportunity for her to relay those stories than me, I'm just gonna say Janay.
All right.
Okay. Nice.
And now
I
everyone.
love that you just outed Janae's threesome.
No, she told it on stage.
Which is kind of a funny segue into my second question. Question number 2. What is your pair's favorite or go-to story to tell at an improv show?
Oh, man.
The open-ended questions are always the hardest, but also sometimes the most fun.
I'm gonna go with what I already mentioned. That she, in her police academy days, dropped her gun and it went off in the stairwell and shot a guy in the butt.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have to go with the one like the orgy story.
That's a go-to story.
Wait, it was a threesome and now it's an orgy. It's like a fish story where the fish gets bigger.
Yeah, it was like a math orgy thing. So I think the numbers were, it was like variable numbers.
And she was the lowest common denominator, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, man.
Okay, so question number 3 is a multiple choice question. So I'm going to read these options a couple times. So which of the following lovable movie creatures best represents your partner? Are they A, an Ewok from Star Wars, B, E.T., the alien from E.T., C, Groot, the tree thing from the Guardians of the Galaxy, or D, are they Gizmo and Mogwai from Gremlins? So again, which of the following lovable movie creatures best represent your pair? Are they A, an Ewok from Star Wars, B, E.T., the alien from E.T., C, Groot, the tree thing from Guardians of the Galaxy, or D, Gizmo, a Mogwai from Gremlins?
I don't know if Mel
I'm gonna
knows
say
any
Gizmo.
of these pop culture references.
Oh no.
She knows E.T. She might know an Ewok. She does not know what a Groot is.
I don't know what that is either.
See, I want to say Gizmo because of the whole if you feed them after midnight, but it's more like if she doesn't eat, she gets really cranky. Brings snacks. I'm gonna go with E.T. for no reason.
Okay, and Lauren.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gizmo just because of eliminating the other ones. Not necessarily for any reason, actually, either. I'm just going with Gizmo.
Well, this will be fun.
I was trying to justify it, and then I was like, I just can't do it.
Okay, so our final question of the round is going to come from the audience. So Brian's going to go ahead and read through some of the questions that come up, and then I'll pick one and let you two know which one to pick.
All right, this time I'm going to search by them putting question before they ask the question. Oh, and this is good because let's see, Megan had one earlier I didn't ever pitch to you. And I'm going to start at the bottom too. If your Pear was going to be on a trashy reality TV show, oh, that's the one that she asked. Okay, forget it. We can't. All right. Let's see. Let's go down here.
Now, what would be really funny is if I can remember which
I know. Yeah, I know.
Does the Great British Bake Off count as a trashy reality TV show?
Yeah, I think so. It would fall under there.
You put bad cake in the trash.
Quality.
Tina says blue cheese or ranch. Evan Lilly is on here. He says, which one of you is more likely to go hardcore on a Halloween costume? Like, who would really go hardcore, like creating a Halloween costume? By the way, did you see the painting that Evan did of me on Facebook?
It's really
It's
good.
pretty amazing. Evan, that was really nice of you. I know you do a lot of art of people, but it was really cool to see you post something about me. It was lovely. Thank you. It was very cool. Let's see. If both of you entered a break room at the same time and there was a donut left, who would win and fight to the death? Let's see. Who's the most likely to run over and help Brian if he called? Let's see. Does your partner still watch cartoons? Who got better grades in school? Let's see. What's your friend's favorite food? That's another one. Let's see. A couple more and then have at it.
Okay.
Most likely trying to find another one by somebody else. If your partner was kidnapped, held for ransom, and the price was $10,000, what would you rather spend it on?
Basically, we're not spending $1,000 on ransom.
What's that?
So the 10 grand's not going to pay the ransom. It's going towards some other thing we want.
I think that's what he intended. Yeah, but we'll see what Dana picks here.
Okay, there's some really great ones. Like, I really like this question, but I'm also like, I feel like I already know the answer to this, but that's okay. Let's go with who goes more hardcore on a Halloween costume. So if you're dressing up for Halloween, who's gonna go more hardcore on a costume?
This one's soups easy. This is me for sure. For sure. I go horde for Halloween. And I think it would be hard pressed to get Mel to like put cat ears on.
I think so too. I think it's fair.
I'm gonna definitely say Janay because she's definitely a more artsy type person than me. I always had the crappiest Halloween costumes like throughout my life. It's always been just like really lame. So.
Yeah, like, I could never come up with good Halloween costumes ideas. I was like, if I had a group of friends that wanted to go in on something, or like a boyfriend who was really into it, I would be like, yeah, let's do it. But like on my own, I'm like, I don't have any ideas.
I always have good ideas, and then I never act them until it's too late. And then I just end up going as like Brian in a plaid shirt, So like, I don't know. But the only time I ever,
Brian.
yeah, it's always boring. But the one time I did it was when I was a flight attendant, and I actually had the flight attendant cart and drinks on it, and I was making drinks for people at a party, and that was really fun.
That was the best.
Yeah, that was pretty
That
cool.
was my favorite costume you ever did because you gave me alcohol.
Yeah. That too, I guess, yeah. I didn't even card it.
My favorite costume I ever made, I dressed up like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and had like a hump, but it was a hollow hump, and I stuck a bag of wine, like a Flandria bag of wine, into the hump, and had the spout out of it. And I was the drunk back of Notre Dame. And I would like
Yes.
go around to people and like fill up their they would wheeze the juice. They would just like slurp off of the nozzle of the wine. I'm pretty sure I spread vomit that night, but it was great.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so fun.
that's funny. That's great.
Okay, well, that's the last question of the round, so we'll go ahead and get Janay and Mel back in here.
All right, that was quick. That was very quick. So while we're waiting for Janay and Mel to come back in, I just want to remind you we still have online classes. So if you'd like to take improv or stand-up class online or storytelling, those are all available. What was I going to say? That was going to lead into something. I had it all teed. Oh, we're going to start doing in-person classes in May. We're coming with a schedule now. So if you want to get back to in-person classes, that should be a lot of fun. We'll start doing that. And then just make sure that you like, follow, subscribe to any of our social media so that when we do start opening up more and more, you get all that information. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So welcome back, Janay and Mel. It's time
I'm
to
so
see.
scared.
It's going to be great. Okay, so question number 1 of the round. Between the two of you, who has the naughtier sense of humor?
Well, fuck. That's a draw, isn't it?
That's exactly what Mike LaRosa said in the comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's right. I mean, we're both just horrific. I've played the part of Brian and Chris's penis so many times. Okay, I'm gonna base this purely on who Chris is as a person. He said himself, because he's always weirdly gentlemanly about me, and he doesn't want to feel like it would reflect on how he feels about me by saying I'm grosser, even though he might believe that.
Okay, and Chris, what do you say?
Yeah, that's exactly the reasoning I gave. Don't go back and watch this. Don't go back and watch it. Don't go back and watch it. But I did say myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
But I do think it's probably a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard. That was so hard. I think what I said was like, you're more skillful and tactful with your dirtiness, and I just am like throwing it out like, a wide
No,
net catches many jisms.
That's not it. I think we're both just all about penis and jizz. I literally masturbated Brian as my clitoris in a show.
And I literally masturbated before the show started.
I mean, who doesn't?
You guys are terrible. You're making me blush.
Well, that's how you get the nice pre-show glow, right?
Pre-show glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get those jitters out.
Some people put on
So
makeup.
every
Some
time-
people rub one out.
Every time the picture comes up in my memories of Brian with the pink thing on his head and me rubbing his head, I cry.
All right, hold on. Let's get back over to
Okay,
Janay and Lauren
so
here.
Janay.
All right.
How can we possibly
Well-
follow that?
Brian once yelled at me for saying baby batter on stage. So I'm feeling a little salty about that right now. But even though I think it's me, I'm going to say that Lauren probably fell on her sword and said Lauren.
And Lauren, what did you say?
Janay.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a a dirty sense of humor is a badge of honor.
I can't believe I got upset at you. Maybe I didn't understand and just got it right now. That's probably what it was.
He was like, I don't like it. I don't know what that means.
It's more of just me being insecure and dumb than you being dirty.
You're like, you can't make waffles out of babies.
Are you saying you would puree a bunch of babies? You're a monster.
You're a monster. Oh, man.
Okay, so question number 2. What is your favorite or go-to story to tell for an improv show?
Dana, we haven't done improv in a long, long time on stage.
What do you mean? It was only like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, right?
3 weeks and 17 years.
Yeah.
It was?
All right, I've got some go-to stories for sure. What are they? And Lauren's heard them all a bunch of times.
I don't really have go-to stories. I have this real sort of serious thing about not repeating myself.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of stories Chris has heard. But we don't do a lot of shows where I'm telling stories that he's in or watching me.
I mean, it would have to be a story that I would know and like be able to reference. Like,
Don't you give hints, Chris.
Yeah, really?
That's a hint. So since you already did that once tonight, it's the story at the police academy where I accidentally shot the guy in his ass.
There you go. Boom. 4 points.
Gehring.
Wow.
His last name I think was Gehring.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll tell this story.
You
just to
always
be
clear
funny.
the chamber, kids.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Mel was still giving advice on guns. Okay.
Always clear the chamber.
Clear the chamber.
always clear the chamber, just like I did before the show.
Oh, that's why you're glowing. It all makes sense now.
Baby batter. I want a bucket of chicken.
Just put all of these as like clip-ins in the next.
Everybody be like, what happened during the show? All right, Janay, go ahead.
All right. I did once tell this epically long story about how I had like a date to have sex for the first time, but my parents kept interfering and like we made me go to this cabin and they wouldn't leave even though I got the flu and my ear started bleeding. And I just wanted to get back home to get some action. And anyway.
Let me interrupt you just really quickly, Janay. Lauren, is there any
Yes.
small hint that you could throw Janay's way, like Chris did to Mel?
Yeah. Well, I remember this story being told on stage in one of our shows and in the sketch writing class.
That's a good hint. I like that a lot. That is a good hint. I'm not saying it's not the story that you came up with. I'm just saying that would be the hint.
And in the sketch writing class, I remember taking that class with Lauren, and I've literally forgotten all stories of anything that happened to me in my life before March of last year.
Oh no!
Well, is it a story that a lot of people might know about?
I tried.
Is it about my kids? A story about my kids?
I don't know.
Oh, I hope not. God, I hope not.
I don't think I've told the story that Brian might be thinking of, so.
All right, today we need an answer.
I'm sorry, Lauren.
That's okay.
I wiped. My mother-in-law cleaned my kitchen with a cloth diaper.
Oh, is
I
that
told
what the
that
kids
one
are calling it these days?
Your orgy story.
The math orgy.
I want to
Okay,
hear.
but I haven't had an orgy. Oh, but I was almost in an orgy. I mean, almost is really relative. I was like trying to get out. I was trying to get out. I was like, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. That's too many people for me. No kids were there.
How many times do you hear a story about somebody trying to back out of an orgy?
I usually
I was
back
like,
into
yeah.
it.
I was trying to be cool. I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Me plus 4 other people, awesome. Okay, sounds good. All right, shit.
Shit, sure. That is great. All right, sorry, that was amazing.
Okay.
I forgot it was that orgy.
Forgot about your orgy. Wow.
Must be nice.
It never happened.
On me.
Okay, so our third question of the round is the multiple choice question. So I'm going to read the options a couple times. So, which of the following lovable movie creatures best represents you? Are you A, an Ewok from Star Wars, B, E.T., the alien from E.T., C, Groot, the tree creature from Guardians of the Galaxy, or D, Gizmo, a Mogwai from Gremlins?
What?
Do I get a bonus point for knowing that she wouldn't know any of these references?
What was the first thing?
So again, which of the following lovable movie creatures best represents you? Are you A, an Ewok from Star Wars, B, E.T., the alien from E.T., C, Groot, the tree thing from Guardian of the Galaxy, or D, Gizmo, a Mogwai from Gremlins?
Wow.
He's
Just
disgusted and horrified.
I know.
What is wrong with you?
These are all so
Well, I
lovable.
know 2 of them.
Well, then pick one.
Okay. So he's recently been back on TV, and while he's cute and adorable, I'm not cute and adorable, but if you get him wet and drink Mountain Dew now, apparently, with the guy from Gremlins, you get a bad one. So that is wit.
So, D, Gizmo from Gremlins.
I almost said Gizmo, but I went with E.T. because I thought that was the only one you might have ever heard.
I remember both of them. E.T. I always think is like way too sweet and nice and helpful, and nobody would compare me to E.T. ever.
Dude, Jared's comment was priceless. He was like, "Get these dang movie creatures off my lawn."
I still don't know what that first thing is at all.
An Ewok? You don't know what an Ewok is?
From Star Wars.
Star Wars?
All the little teddy bears?
Are they the things that live in the caves?
No.
Where they're in the jungle and the little
They're
teddy
like
bears
furry
in the
little
last, in the
bear
third
things.
one? The sixth
Family
one?
Guy did a thing with those. They're like terrors.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Uh-oh, Mel's just locked up.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. What happened?
I know that's my face all the time. It looks so gross and disgusted.
Okay, so Janay, what is your answer?
All right. I don't know what Laura would say. I'm going to say E.T. because I can be over dramatic when I'm ill. You know, like.
I
can't,
said
Lauren, would you-
Gizmo.
They switched.
Nice.
Ooh, I have dual
I had
personalities.
no real reason to pick that one.
I know.
Me and
I
Janay
do
really
like
should have
eating-
been on a team tonight.
I know.
I do like eating snacks
Oh man.
after midnight.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
I never know what people are gonna know when I rate these questions, so I just go for it.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so our last question of the round comes from the audience, and the question is, between the two of you, who goes more hardcore on a Halloween costume? No.
That's easy, because fuck Halloween.
No.
Jesus.
I've done one Halloween costume in my life, and Chris has the coolest wife on the planet, and she's really into it. So I don't know if he likes to do it, but I know Claire makes him do it, and they do good costumes. And I did one costume. I was a male flasher, and I made my own penis. It was 100 years ago, and that was it. I was done on Halloween.
So what'd you say, Chris?
I said, wait, I need to hear more about this male flasher costume. What was your penis?
So I had a trench coat, men's shoes and socks, and those garter things, and boxers, and then I made like a 8-inch cock that hung out the front of the boxers.
What'd you make it out of?
Cotton batting and a very light colored pantyhose, and I even had a head with a tip.
Oh my god.
I
Chris's
still
face
have
is
it somewhere. I should go grab it, but we don't have time. It's also deformed over the years. You don't want to see it.
Oh, you've been getting a lot of use out of it, huh? Okay. I said me.
Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a gimme.
Okay, and Janay?
I don't know what Lauren would say. We're probably about even. I'll say me, 50-50.
Okay, and Lauren, what'd you say?
Hey! Nice. There you
I love that
go.
Mike LaRosa is all mad now because he likes costumes, and because I don't, he's like, Mel's mad.
Mel's canceled.
Well, I think he's mad at you for the whole Ewok thing.
Howie.
Well,
I spent
Kareem
so much
Saki-
time getting educated by Brian's daughter on Marvel yesterday.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why I thought you might have known who Groot was tonight, but it didn't stick.
I want to know about Kareem's deep hatred for E.T.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
What?
Kareen was
I have
like,
questions about that.
yeah, she said, I have a deep hatred for E.T. Nobody has ever said the sentence, I have a deep hatred for E.T.
Yeah, what did he do to her?
You know,
Ouch.
you know that bike? It actually,
I don't
they
either.
stole that bike from Kareen. She's never recovered.
Maybe.
Okay, well, at the end of our show, despite what everyone's misgivings at the beginning, we had a really great scores, everyone. Janay and Lauren had a very respectable 4 points.
Nice.
And our winners today are Mel and Chris with 5.
Nice. Good job.
Because of cheating.
We
It's, I was so nervous, and I had all my sort of and Mike LaRosa hates when people are self-deprecating and are start the show going I'm gonna be terrible. He thinks that's such a cheat, but I was so ready with a million of them. All my excuses of why I don't know anything about Chris. But it worked out.
yeah.
I think you proved that you do know a lot about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely learned some things. I learned something. I feel closer to Janay now.
Yay!
That's all that the show's about, you know?
It sounds like we can all be closer to Janay if we want.
Only 5. Wait, 4 of you. Only 4 of you.
Well, I think the audience also learned a lot about
A
everyone.
lot about everyone.
So I just want to say thank you to Janay, Lauren, Mel, and Chris for being on the show today. You were all hilarious and super fun. This was so great. And thank you, Brian, for being here and doing tech and being generally encouraging. And thank you, everyone in the audience, for watching, for pitching your questions, for putting in your comments, for listening to us tell funny nonsense about each other. It's been a great show. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. I'm going to hit the button. There we go. We got it.